Hello everyone, welcome to Sukalp Foundation. My name is Mr. Mridul Krishna Goswami. Teach English at Sukalp Foundation. As all of you know that English is a mandatory part for almost all the competitive exam. Okay, whether you talk about UPSC, APSC, CLAT, AJS, bank and other such relevant exam, everywhere you have this section of English which is a compulsory one. Okay, so when we prepare for this particular section, we need to segregate the section into three different parts. First, we need to have a very good grip in vocabulary. In addition to that, we need to have a very good grip in grammar, and finally we need to have a very good practice as well. So this is how you are supposed to segregate when you prepare for the English section, irrespective of the exam that you sit for. So it's not possible to complete all the things within a single video. So today I'll just try to give a glimpse of the same, how to deal with the section called error detection. In other words, you can call it sentence correction, or there's one more segment which is known as sentence improvement as well. So while dealing with error detection, you should know one thing, that this is a mandatory part for almost all the competitive exam. Okay, so based on some criteria, today we are going to talk about this procedure of finding out mistakes in a sentence. Okay, whenever you get such question in your exam, you should read the sentence carefully, and after that the first thing that you should look for is subject-verb agreement. So my friends, what does that mean? Subject-verb agreement means the verb of a sentence which is considered to be the soul of a sentence is always used according to the subject. So just to give you an example, suppose think about the word spectra. Now you should know whether this word is a plural one or singular one. If you believe that spectra is a plural word, so accordingly you are supposed to use the verb. And if you think that no, this is not the plural form, there's a singular form of this particular word, then you are supposed to utilize the verb in that way. Supposed to talk about this particular word, spectra, spectrum would be the singular form. To talk about vocabulary, it means band of colors, right? So that is how, if we talk about some other example, think about the word phenomena, that is a plural one. What is the singular form? Phenomenon. If you think about the word data, that is a plural one. What is the singular form? Data. That is how we are supposed to decide about the subject first, and accordingly we are supposed to use the verb. That is what is known as subject-verb agreement. Okay? In this particular video, it won't be feasible in my part to deal with all the sections in details that we are going to do in our upcoming videos. Okay. The next thing, so today I'll just try to give you a glimpse of the same. The next thing that you are supposed to concentrate when you look for errors in a sentence, as I've already told you that this is a very important, very vital area. It's a mandatory part of almost all the examination, specifically in the English section. Okay, so the second thing that you are supposed to concentrate is the tense. Suppose if you use an inappropriate tense in a particular sentence, then obviously the particular sentence is wrong, if the form of the tense which has been used is wrong. So we should go through that part carefully, and repetition of tense as well. Suppose if I use a sentence that I did not got the information, now that sentence obviously considered to be grammatically incorrect, because you have already used past tense in the first part of the sentence, and after that there has been again a repetition of the same tense in the subsequent part of the sentence. We are not supposed to do that, because that is considered to be a grammatical mistake. So we need to make sure that when we go for this sentence correction or error detection, we need to make sure that they have utilized the right form of tense. Okay. The third thing that we are supposed to concentrate is the use of preposition. Most of the people are perplexed as far as the use of preposition is concerned, because obviously it's not only about you people, everyone gets confused. Okay, this has got nothing to do with your knowledge. It creates a perplexion in your mind, or in other words, it creates a confusion. Prepositions are used in two different ways. At times we use it based on some, rationality, means there is a rational approach of using preposition in a sentence. In addition to that, at certain times prepositions are used in an arbitrary way. Arbitrary means you don't have a logical explanation of the same, which we generally know as appropriate preposition, and it is always used according to the preceding word in the sentence. Okay, as I've already conveyed my message to you that we cannot discuss everything here in one particular video in details. We'll be discussing it segment-wise in the upcoming videos. After that, the fourth thing, okay? The fourth thing that you are supposed to concentrate is repetition. Any kind of repetition is also considered to be a mistake in English, okay? Suppose if I repeat the same word in a particular sentence, that too is considered as a mistake. Unnecessary use of inappropriate words in a sentence, which can be considered as redundant use of words, is also a mistake. To give you a simple example, suppose if someone says that I'm returning back on Monday, well, that sentence is considered to be wrong. Why? Because the meaning of that particular word return is to come back. So once you use the word return, you are not supposed to use back there again. These are generally considered as common mistakes as well, but it happens because of our tendency to repeat things in a sentence. We should avoid that. Fifth criteria, as I've written it in short form, is arrangement. Okay? If there is a problem with the arrangement of the sentence, that too is considered as a mistake. Because if the sentence doesn't follow the proper format or the grammatical format, then it is obviously a conspicuous mistake in the sentence. Why? We need to follow the format that is allowed by the language. Okay, suppose to give you that, if you go back to the basics of a grammar, a particular sentence starts in that or goes in that format: subject, verb, object. We are supposed to maintain that format. Okay, suppose to give you an example, if I say that living standards have improved greatly. Now there is an arrangement problem in the arrangement of the sentence, because I should have said that living standards have greatly improved. To come to our final point, that is common Indian mistake. This is also an area where we are supposed to focus. There are a lot of such mistakes. We don't even realize that we are committing a mistake when we are speaking or writing in English. Whether we talk about verbal communication or written communication as well, we don't even concentrate on that part. But these are considered as common Indian mistakes, or in other words, you can call it Indian phraseology as well. Well, it's a very comprehensive area, very vast topic, so we won't be able to complete the same within a single video. But just in a nutshell, I would like to give you the glimpse of the same. These are common mistakes, and this generally happen because we always try to translate things into English literally from our mother tongue, or we try to translate our emotion into English at times, and that's the reason why we generally experience this kind of mistakes. Suppose to give you an example, we have a habit of asking someone's name with this particular sentence, that may I know your good name. Now that is considered to be a mistake. Why? Because we have that practice in our society. Suppose when we ask someone's name in Hindi, we say, "मैं आपका शुभ नाम जान सकता हूँ क्या?" And we tend to literally translate the same into English without thinking about that English expression or that English structure. So the proper way to ask someone's name would be, "May I know your name?" Not as it is asked, "May I know your good name?" Suppose utilization of inappropriate form of words is also a mistake. Consider, suppose, think about the word information. Okay, so all of you know, I guess, my friends, that information is a word which generally never takes a plural form. So whether you collect 100 pieces of information or one piece of information, it's always information. So in a sentence, if you use the same, it should be, "I have collected a lot of information," not informations as it is used very often by most of the speaker in the language, or people, they tend to use the same in that way. Okay, so a lot of such example we can talk about. Suppose think about the word scenery. It's always singular, never takes a plural form. That is how we have got too many such other words which generally never take a plural form. But that is not the only thing that we are supposed to discuss in this particular criteria. There are other areas where we need to have a detailed discussion, and as I've already conveyed that to you, that it's not possible in a sense to complete everything in one particular video. So all the other interesting topics related to this type of discussions and the other areas of English as well, including vocabulary and the practice part, there's a huge syllabus of English that I guess all of you are aware of, my friends. Will be be discussing that segment wise in our upcoming videos. So I would like to wind up the same today here at this point, and let us call it a day. If you are interested to learn further, or if you want any further details, you can go to our website of Sukalp Foundation. You can visit our institution as well, which is located at Ulubari. In addition to that, you can get in touch with us over the phone as well. Okay, so on that note, let us wind up. Thank you so much.